What does a trusting relationship look like? Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Happily Committed channel. If this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the community. If you have already been part of the community for quite some time, welcome back. My name is Danny, and I am the head coach of the Happily Committed project. I am also the head coach, or one of the head coaches, for the With My Ex Again project, and you've probably seen me on Love Advice TV as well. So, I wanted to talk about what a trusting relationship looks like because I feel like a lot of the times we talk about breaking of trust, infidelity, issues with intimacy, and we never really discuss what it is to be in a trusting relationship and what that looks like, right? What's the barometer? What do you have to compare your relationship to? Now, that's not to say that you should be comparing yourself to everybody else, but to have an understanding of what a healthy and trusting relationship looks like might help you to evaluate the health status of your current relationship, right? Maybe you have an incredible relationship and everything is going perfectly well, or you're not in the greatest relationship and you're trying to navigate that and figure out how to get to a healthy place with your partner. So, the first thing to take into consideration is really understanding what a trusting relationship looks like. So, what is the first thing that I look for in a relationship that I would consider to be a healthy, trusting relationship? And that is genuine respect for one another. So, what does that mean? Having respect for your partner or for the people around you involves being understanding and open to their own personal ideologies and their perspectives and their opinions, right? It does not necessarily mean that you have to agree with everything that they say or what they think or how they feel, but it's about being able to understand from a fundamental level where they are coming from and either agree to disagree, agree or disagree, but do it in an amicable way, right? Understand that those ideologies and those little personality quirks that that person has is not what makes them completely, right? I hope that makes sense. I know I probably described that a little bit weird, but what I'm saying is those little facets of their personality are just parts of who they are. It's not who they are as an entirety, right? There are other pieces to the puzzle. There are other parts of that person who makes them who they are, and seeing them for them and accepting that. So one of the biggest parts of respect is accepting that person for who they are. The second thing here is the level of independence that you have within your relationship. If you have your own life outside of the relationship, right? So you have friends and family that you go and see, you have networking events that you go to, you're part of a club or a group. Maybe you are part of a sports team, whatever the case may be, you have an active life outside of the relationship. However, that life is balanced with the relationship itself, right? And the reason for why I look for this is because it's very important for you to maintain a sense of self uh, identity, to have a strong self identity, and to feel like you are your own person. Because when you feel that way, you bring much more to the table. There is a sense of purpose that you have, and you feel fulfilled outside of the relationship, and then you can bring that into the relationship and have an incredible dynamic with your partner. So when I see individuals, when I see couples that have their own sense of independence within the relationship, that to me is an indication and a sign that it is a healthy relationship. Now, again, like I said, it's balance. If you have too much independence and you're maybe spending 70% of your time outside of the relationship and only 30% of the time within the relationship, then that's a problem. That's not a healthy balance. But again, it's about maintaining and having a sense of independence so that you feel like you are your own person. The third thing that I look for is open and honest communication. How transparent can you be with your partner? How comfortable are you sharing your deepest, darkest secrets with your partner? How vulnerable can you be with them? And again, I think this kind of ties back to having respect for your partner, right? Because if you respect them and you value their opinion and you value what they have to say, you're going to come to them for support. You're going to come to them when you have, questions that need answered. And the reason why you're doing that is because you trust them. And when you trust somebody, you have the ability to communicate more freely and more openly without the fear of judgment, rejection, criticism, and all these types of things. So, if communication is something that you struggle with, I understand. You're not the only person, right? Communication is a big problem for a lot of people. And I mean, to be honest with you, I'm more than happy to add a training that I created specifically for communication in this video. If communication is something that you struggle with, it's something that is fundamentally an incredibly important part of a relationship in order to have a healthy and sustainable one. So click the link. Let me just make your life a little bit easier. I'll put the link in the description box down below so you can take a look at that training and you can utilize it if you need to. Now, if you just feel like you are still not 100% sure if your relationship is a trusting, healthy one-on-one coaching sessions are the best way to go because we can sit down and really get to the root of the issues within your relationship, really unpack certain things about your relationship, or at least be able to gain a deeper perspective so we can give you solid recommendations. I am more than happy to do that for you if you feel like you need a little extra support. So what I will also do is provide a link in the description box down below for a one-on-one coaching session if that is what you feel you need. The last thing here is empathy and understanding, right? Being able to put yourself in your partner's shoes. If you are a person who struggles with empathy, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to connect with your partner on a deeper level. And one of the most important parts of having a healthy, sustainable relationship is the ability to be vulnerable. And if vulnerability is also something that you struggle with, guess what? I have a training for that too. So I will actually put that in the description box down below as well. So you have the link there and you can utilize that in order to take you directly to the training if that's what you feel you need help with. But I digress. Empathy and patience. Understanding that we all move at a different pace. We all process at a different pace. But as long as your partner is open and honest and communicative and caring and prioritizes you, right? It is important that you do the same. So again, the things that I look for in a healthy, trusting relationship is number one, genuine respect. Number two, independence within the relationship. Number three, open and honest communication. And the last thing, empathy and patience. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, make sure you leave your comments in the comment box down below. I read as many of them as I possibly can. I respond to as many as I possibly can. And at the end of the day, this is your channel. We created this for you. So your questions matter, your opinions matter, your thoughts matter. So leave a comment down below and I will make sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.